Hello, I'm my Ben, and today I'm just going to be talking about how I manage immersion, even if it sucks, because I think that it is just a topic that very much relates to everyone, because everyone at some point in their language learning, some of their immersions just sucks, so that is just what it is, and I think that this can be really helpful to you actually. So a bit about me, which is that I make a lot of videos in which I talk in English, of course, just to improve my English because I'm not a native of the English language. And I have been studying Japanese for an around of probably 9 to 10 months. I think that 10 months right now. Yeah, 10 months. And the first anime that I watched applying immersion was this one, which is Horimiya. And in Horimiya, I couldn't even understand a probably 30% to 20%. And right now, I have a comprehension of 70 to 80% watching Steins Gate. So, like, yeah, that's actually a very good comprehension in just 4 months of immersion. So, the first point is just if it sucks, you can't do too much of it. So, you need to really have this in mind. So, if it sucks, you probably need to set a minimum that you want to do. So, for example, in my worst days, the less amount that I do is just 4 hours of immersion with 1 hour of Anki. Like, I always do my Anki. So, that's actually always going to go in. But, like, I set a minimum for my immersion. So my minimum is just 4 hours. I can actually do manage that, uh, even if it sucks. So like I'll just do 4 hours that day, and the next day, if I have an anime that I like more, I will probably just watch that anime, and that's kind of it, honestly. So yeah, the next thing is what I do. So I actually don't care about burning out. So I know that I can work for 8 hours doing boring things. So I probably can work for 8 hours watching something like anime. So you really need to have in mind this, which what you're capable of. So I know that even if it sucks, I can actually do manage some days to do more than 8 hours. So to do 10 hours, to do 12 hours, even if the anime sucks, because I know that it's probably going to be entertaining enough. So like you really you really just need to know what you're capable of. So for example, this relates pretty much to things like your mental health, things like how much have you worked in your life. So like even if you are not capable right now of doing 8 hours, you will you actually will be able to do 8 hours if you just keep immersing and like progressively and progressively keep advancing on the amount of hours that you do. Maybe today you just can do 2 hours, but tomorrow maybe you can do 2 hours and 30 minutes, right? So like know what you're capable of and know how much you're capable of actually advancing. And if you don't know how much you are capable, you're probably going to know how much you are capable because you're actually doing the work right now, right? So like that's actually another point. So actually, as well, this is the third point, which is people care too much about what they're doing, what they do on their day. So like you probably just to care, you just care too much. So what I mean by this, so you're tracking too much what you do on your day. So these people actually track a lot of the hours that they do. So for example, if they do 8 hours, they will actually track every hour that they do because they actually want to have the progress. They want to have tracked all of their progress, and I think that tracking actually is good. Tracking is good. Don't get me wrong, but like there's just a point in which tracking maybe can be maybe can get you born out because if there's a day in which you can't do your 8 hours, which believe me is going to happen, you probably will get kind of depressed because you didn't do it that day and you like lost your streak. I don't know, right? So like you care too much about what you don't do on your day, and actually, I don't track my days because my days can change a lot. Actually, like my days can change a lot about a lot depending on what I do first thing on the morning, right? So like, you just don't have to care honestly. Like some days I can be able to do 6 hours. of studying, like with 1 hour of Funky and 5 of immersion, right? But some days I actually just can do 3 hours, and well, I mean, yeah, it sucks to do just 3 hours a day, but the next day I will probably be able to do 10 hours. So like it doesn't matter at the end of the day, right? So like if you do 6 hours a day, and that's probably actually a good thing for you. So actually you need to know what are your goals, right? So if your goal is to learn Japanese in 2 years, maybe you actually do need to think about how much time you need to put into the language uh, daily, right? So, for example, for me, at least I have to put 5 hours of studying, like four of immersion and 1 hour of Anki. So my worst day is probably just going to be that, because I know that I have to put at least that amount of work if I want to achieve learning Japanese in 2 years, right? But for you, it can honestly, like, you can actually learn Japanese in 4 years and it's not going to be a problem, and you can just like put, I don't know, 2 hours a day. So it just doesn't matter, honestly. So really need to think about what are your goals, and really need to think about what uh, really need to think about how much do you care about the things that you're doing, right? So yeah, that's kind of the so the last point is just, if it sucks a lot always, there's just a point in which every anime is just entertaining, right? So like, is it really the immersion that sucks, or is it something about your mental health, right? This relates to how much your life probably sucks. So this is actually not a point that I wanted to talk about, but I think that it is just necessary. So like, how much are you enjoying life right now? So like, are you talking to your parents? Are you able to just, I don't know, go to nature and like do things for fun in nature? Like, I don't know, just have fun, playing with animals, have fun. I don't know, watching the plants. I don't know, brother. Like, are you able to have fun even if you are in a completely trivial environment like nature? So like, are you able to have fun there? Because believe me, if you are able to have fun doing trivial things like, I don't know, meditating, like if you are able to have fun meditating, you are going to be able to have fun watching whatever anime, right? So that actually relates to me. I actually do like to meditate, right? And meditating just helps me to focus, and meditating helps me to be to actually just do immersion, because if I can if I can have fun focusing on my breath, I can have fun with whatever anime, series, or YouTube video that I watch, right? So it just relates to probably your capacity of focusing on things. And like for this, I will probably just recommend meditating, or just get better on the aspect of your life that you're probably just getting wrong. So maybe that's about, maybe you need to do something about that, and that something is probably just going to do some exercise. I'm going to meditate, right? So like, that's kind of it for the video, and I hope that this actually was helpful. So thank you.